Can everybody hear me?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the SuperSquadCast. I am your host, Philip, and we have with us tonight...
What's up? I'm Logan.
My name's Dom.
My name's Normie number 3. No, wait, I'm number 4.
Jeez, Hannah.
Yeah, I know you're. Yes.
I got the numbers wrong.
Jeez, Hannah, you gotta ruin everything.
And I'm done.
Anyways, that's Hannah. And Normie number
Alright.
5.
Okay, so tonight we have a very special guest with us. Please welcome George.
Hi, I'm
George.
Good job.
Okay, so we brought George in with us tonight because tonight's topic is about movies. We're going to look at some good movies, some really bad movies, and just go all out about them. And we're going to look up some movies that are currently being worked on, I guess. And we're going to just talk about movies. And George seems to be an expert with that.
Okay, so there are no bad movies. There's just people that can't appreciate a good movie.
Well...
Okay, we're kicking
That's
George
a
out. George, get out of here.
And you
That's a
make
hot
Nightmare
topic
on
and a
Street
half.
is like the one bad movie.
Okay, so let's start out with some good movies. What was the last movie you guys watched that was actually good?
I don't remember.
90% of the movies I watch are ones that I dig really deep into Netflix to find.
I mean,
Okay, well,
Shrek
Star
2.
Wars: Revenge of the Sith's a pretty amazing movie. So I mean,
I guess the last movie I would have saw was Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker.
okay.
Get these normie movies out of here. Alright, y'all ever watched Midnight Meat Train?
Get out of here.
That's where it's at.
Guys. Shrek 2.
Okay, so my dad happened to be walking by, and he said yes, he has seen that one.
Midnight Meat Train?
Yeah. What is it?
The movie's... Oh my god.
All right, so let's let me look that up real quick. So
Yeah, I guess you guys invited the wrong person. Wrong George. My dad's
no, it's not George. Okay, so Midnight Meat Train.
Ooh.
So it's from 2008. It's a horror thriller. When struggling photographer Leon Kaufman, who is Bradley Cooper, meets the owner of a prominent art gallery, he sees a chance for the success that has so far eluded him. Determined to show the darker side of humanity for his debut showing, Leon crosses paths with Mahogany, a serial killer who preys on late-night subway commuters. His fascination with Mahogany pulls him and his lover deep into an evil abyss. Okay. Well, now, it's got a 6 out of 10 star rating, so...
Listen.
so
Not good
I
enough.
don't know. It's not
It's
good
my
enough.
kind of movie. The thing I did not like is it's called the Midnight Meat Train, but the murders take place on the first train after 2 a.m.
Okay.
Midnight
After
just sounds
Midnight
better,
Meat
though.
Train.
So
AM
it's
Meat Train.
it's a lie, right?
everything's a lie.
It's a lie.
Why?
Okay, well, you can find that on nowhere for free. You gotta pay for it. Looks like. Well,
Already don't like it.
Nothing is free in this world. What were you expecting?
it's
We're not talking about your movies, IMDb.
it actually say it's on Netflix though, so yeah, go do that.
Good.
Oh yeah, this is for all the viewers out here. There is a potential spoiler that we might spoil your movie, so just watch out for that.
Oh yes, we
Like
will.
that one at the beginning, or like maybe the average viewer would have realized it when we said we were talking about movies.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, some people complain if you don't even say it, so it's just figured might as well shoot that out there already.
It's probably a thing to add.
Yes. Okay, so, all right, now, good movies. What's everyone's favorite movie? First of all,
2.
I like Grindhouse.
Grindhouse. Okay.
Okay, let me rephrase because if you look up Grindhouse, you'll get two movies. Death
Let's talk
Proof.
about mainstream.
From 2007, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Sorry,
okay.
I can't cover your lag.
Alright. I see what you mean. Okay. So, we got a 7.5 on that. Okay. So, I'm not reading this because there's a lot of really long words in it. I don't feel like
I can't
reading
use
it.
my big brain to decipher these words.
Let's just say that your $67 million budget only made $25.4 million in the box office.
Yeah, their advertising campaign was not very good. The way that it worked is that Quentin Tarantino directed one of the movies in that, and Robert Rodriguez directed the other one. Quentin Tarantino also made Kill Bill. So it was very confusing. Like, the two movies weren't at all connected, besides like a few cameos from some actors. So I think that's where they went wrong. It was just weird and not properly done. They could have advertised it better.
Okay.
Let's talk about It Chapter 2.
Chapter 2.
Y'all want to hear the George story?
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
The
Let's
story's
hear a
there.
story.
Trust me, you want to hear that.
Okay.
So, the George story. So I think it was me, Logan, and Duncan. We went out to watch It Chapter 2. And then a few days later, George asked me if I wanted to go with him, and I was like, sure, I'll go watch it again. And so by that point, I knew where the jump scares were, and I bought a bag of popcorn, and I gave it to George right before the jump scare, and he jumped so hard, and he threw the popcorn into this lady's purse in the row in front of us.
Ooh.
Fun fact about that lady, she still comes through my line at work and she still says that I owe her a new purse because hers was covered in butter. Because Hannah likes her popcorn with butter.
Well, yeah, you
Yeah,
can have
no.
popcorn with butter. But I don't think you can beat having some nacho cheese flavoring on your popcorn.
I mean, that does sound pretty great.
It's a thing. It's
I like that.
it's very good. Okay, so so if you happen to go on to Google and type in the movies that are currently out, so we get nothing.
Because there's no theater open.
Because there was a COVID-19 alert, theaters may be closed due to coronavirus. So you want to go watch a new movie, then sorry, but
What about the new
can't do that.
Scooby-Doo movie? George was really excited about that. He told me he got to watch it.
It's
a good
out
movie.
in digital right now. I already watched it.
Of course you did. Scoob.
Yeah, it is like my favorite animated Scooby-Doo movie. It was so great.
Rub
comedy-
Okay.
I have opinions different compared to you, George.
George is just a very optimistic person.
I
You
know.
know
I'm
what?
not
I didn't think it was
that-
a bad movie, honestly.
Okay, so we obviously have the very optimistic reviews on Google with an 86%, but then we get
Just
to
great.
IMDb, or as Logan likes to call
IMDb.
it, IMBD.
I call it IM.
You call it IMBD. It's IMDb. No matter how many times we correct you, you still get it wrong.
IMDb.
Alright, so on IMDb we have a 6 out of 10. So
Wow.
any opinions on that, Dominic?
I'd say it's around there, maybe 7. As I say, it wasn't the greatest movie, but it wasn't bad by the stretch of the mile.
Okay. We got a 53% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Now that's a little too low.
And then we have a 4.3 out of 5 on Facebook.
I'll tell you a great animated movie, and I know for 100% most of you in this party will agree. Spider-Man Into the
Shrek
Spider-Man.
2.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I'm
Mhm.
not talking about Shrek.
That was really.
I only watched if Nicolas Cage was in it.
It took me forever to finally watch it because the animation style threw me off. But once I did, I really appreciated it for being in that style because it was just so great. It looked like a moving comic book.
Oh, yeah. Because you'll have a seizure at least once in that movie.
Oh, yeah. At least once. And Keith will cry too. But it's
And I'm very excited to
Did
see what
anybody
they do
else
with
have their
the-
seizure around the time that Penny Parker was talking about her story? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I remember
Uh,
all mine kind of just merged together.
I remember Noir Spider-Man.
Spider
Yeah,
Noir.
Nicolas
Nicolas
Cage.
Cage.
Nicolas
Nicolas Cage.
What? That's who it was played by?
Ah, that's
Yeah,
Nicolas
look it up.
Cage.
Hold on, look at
Morty?
this. So if you look up the cast, yeah. So we have right here Nicolas Cage.
Worker.
Nicolas Cage as
Also, why I went to the Teen Titans Go movie.
I have-
Nicolas Cage was in it.
Teen Titans Go to the Movies was really good. That Stan Lee cameo was on point. It was so subtle
Why is there a Stan Lee cameo in the movie?
because he
Stanley
liked
likes to troll DC.
But it's DC.
Yeah, because Stanley likes to troll DC. It's funny.
But he was
And watch that video on YouTube of Stanley trolling the DC universe. It was funny.
They stole everything from the DC universe, so why not troll him even more?
All right, so the only problem I have is well, you see, when you talk to somebody who doesn't watch superhero movies and
DC
you're
fan.
like, well, you're like, okay, so I just watched this new Marvel movie, and they're like, oh, okay, well, I decided to go watch this DC movie, and you're like, okay, well, then you explain the difference between it, and they're like, well, wait, no, how are they different? They're like the same universe, or like, what's the difference? Well,
Oh, explaining that
Better.
Iron Man's not gonna drop in on Batman anytime soon.
yeah, and then, well, like, you show someone the Avengers movie, and they're like, well, where's Superman?
Yeah.
I've had somebody ask me that before.
Yeah.
Hold on, guys. You
Yes.
think it's impossible Iron Man? But Batman literally fought.
What?
Your mic
I'm
kept cutting
sorry.
out.
Oh, sorry.
Get really close to your mic.
Alright, is this
like
better?
right up on it.
Yes, that's way better actually.
You guys, impossible
Eat it.
to fight Bat. But Batman literally fought them.
Who'd Batman fight?
Who did Batman fight? I want to hear.
Yeah, you just keep cutting in and out, Duncan.
The Predator. Twice.
Okay, well,
yeah.
also I've seen Batman team up with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so it's fair enough.
That was
Well,
really
they're-
well done team up.
Well,
The-
that's because they're owned by the same company, so of course they can have those kind of crossovers without worry.
Yes.
Let's just take a second to appreciate the Amalgaverse. That was really awesome.
No, George. No.
Aw.
What is? Wait. You said the amalgam?
Yeah, the Amalgaverse. It's the DC Marvel crossover comics.
That's okay. I thought. Nah, I don't know. There's too many people from DC got to wield Mjolnir. So.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
Super Soldier was a character, and that was really well done. I did not like Dark Claw, though. I mean, why merge Batman and Wolverine? I don't feel like that one was well thought out.
Probably wasn't.
Okay. Well, let's move on to what's worst movie you've ever seen?
Shrek 2.
Okay.
dare
Wait a
you.
minute. Hold on.
Wow, Shrek 2
Hold
was
on.
just as
Hold
good as the original.
I hate how he turns into a human. The worst part of the movie.
You're just salty because he looks better than you.
No.
Oh.
Logan, them's fighting.
All right. Well, if you guys actually didn't know, if you go on Google and you ask it what day was 69 days ago, it was Sunday, April 22nd, 2001, and the release date of the original Shrek movie was Sunday, April 22nd, 2001.
Pretty
Nice.
epic.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
But
why
I
did you
don't.
look
I don't.
6,969 days ago?
That's
So
a great movie.
6,969 days ago from today was April 22nd, 2001, and Shrek was released on April 22nd, 2001.
Yeah, but like, why that many days ago?
Because it's
It's
6'9",
Because that's
George.
how time passes, George. I'm with you.
Oh, yeah.
because Philip just looks up what happened. Do you always just every single day just look that up?
No, I just happened to see it today on Instagram and wanted to try
Oh,
it out.
so
What?
I don't know. Shrek Forever After was an okay movie, or Forever Ever After. What?
Have
Shrek the
only
Third.
watched the
Replace that
first
with
Shrek movie.
With Rumpelstiltskin. Yeah, it was. I don't know. It wasn't a bad movie.
So you have not seen a real Shrek movie until you have seen Shrek Retold. So,
I'd like to
if
say
you
Shrek
don't,
the Halls.
if you don't know what Shrek Retold is, it's actually a real movie. Like it's on IMDb, you can look it up, and
MDB.
yeah, yep, IMDb. It's a complete remake of the original Shrek movie, but they have how many was it? They have like hundreds of
200.
animators, and they each do like their own part of the movie, and I think it was like over 200 animators.
It says we got over today.
And there's also a second one apparently.
Wait, really?
Wait.
Well,
Own Shrek Retold on
huh?
buy it on.
Duncan, you keep cutting out, dude.
What did they retell?
Well,
The second movie?
well, I'm gonna.
Say something.
I'm giving up on you.
Sorry, we're just having some technical issues. Duncan left. He's coming back, hopefully.
How's Craig? Duncan's not here. Isn't he like his owner?
Huh?
Isn't Craig like Duncan? Isn't Craig belong to Duncan? How's he gonna get leave?
Oh my god. Do you not know how Discord works?
No, it's just a joke since every time we.
If you have a
Craig.
stop and start command, you start the command and it'll keep going until you stop command. It doesn't have anything
Is
to
this
do
better?
with
But slavery.
Yes, that is better. Okay.
I mean, it is
So,
slavery.
Bots are slavery. Bots are slaves. You tell them their command. Do it until you tell them not to.
yes. Mhm.
I'll keep that in mind.
All right. So, I have this article. I'm gonna read through it with you guys, and it's gonna be a little
Hold
bit of a
on.
long one because there's 50 different things on it. But basically, it is a list of the top 50 worst movies of all time, and we're going to read through them and see if we agree or disagree. How does that sound?
Fine by me.
Good.
Okay.
Alright.
Duncan,
If
did you
it's-
hear that?
No.
Huh?
No.
Okay, so I am on this website, and we're going to read through the top 50 worst movies of all time according to this website, and we're going to see whether we agree with them or not. So, it might be a little long, but we're going to go through this. So, number 50, we have Spider-Man 3.
No.
Disagree.
That was kind of
Great
bad.
movie.
Okay. See,
It wasn't-
the trilogy.
huh?
It made
Best
the
of the
trip.
trilogy.
Yeah.
Now, see, I liked it, but I feel like they could have done a little bit better.
I feel like the
just
storyline
because-
may have been better had they not tried to squeeze 3 villains in there.
Spider-Man
Mhm.
3, that's the one with Eddie Brock.
Venom wasn't even supposed to be in it.
So it is that one.
No, wait,
Mhm.
no, it was Sandman. No,
No,
No, it
Venom
was
wasn't
Venom.
originally going to be in
it
it.
was supposed to be Vulture.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the guy that was in.
Or no, wait, wasn't that what? No, I thought Vulture was supposed to be like if they were going to make a 4th movie, but they decided to stop it because
No, Vulture was supposed to be in that movie, but due to popular demand, they had to put in Venom.
Okay. Yeah, that was the main problem with that movie is they had a very horrible representation of Venom.
Yeah.
Is that the movie turned back?
Because it had
Also,
Adam
Anne
lead
Hathaway was gonna
production.
play I can't think of her name. Who's Black Cat? Felicity something.
Hold on.
Didn't she play Catwoman in one of the Batman movies?
She did. She was supposed to play
Felicity
whoever.
Jones.
Yeah, she was supposed to play Felicity Jones in the Vulture Spider-Man, but they were going to change it so she was not Black Cat. She was the Vultress. I
Interesting.
don't.
So they're gonna gender bend. Okay, they're gonna gender bend the culture. You know, that's not bad. I could see that change. All right, what's the next? movie?
Okay, so the next movie is Showgirls.
Haven't seen.
Never
I haven't seen that one.
I feel like a good portion of these movies are going to be ones we haven't seen.
Okay,
Yeah,
well-
probably.
For the ones that we haven't heard of.
Duncan, were you gonna say something?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. So, number 48, we have a movie called Town and Country.
Haven't seen it.
Nope.
Never
haven't
seen it. It was directed by Peter Chelsom. Never heard of that guy. Okay.
Keep going until you find a movie that we, say we.
Number 47, we have a movie called Soul Plane.
Nope, haven't.
It had Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, it did. It does say that.
Is George the only one that's seen it?
I have not
Apparently.
seen it. I just know what it is. I think it
Oh.
might be on Netflix. It might
Okay.
not, but I. Oh, you know what? I'm thinking of How High. Never mind.
Okay. I think it's. Okay. Never mind. All right. Number 46, Howard the Duck.
Oh, that was a great movie.
Redeeming feature, because a lot of these movies are like they have a redeeming feature, like that actually made them better. So for this one, it was there's only one duck-based sex scene.
Yeah.
That's still bad.
His taunt.
All right, Philip.
Yeah,
Horrible.
I think that list may be a little biased.
I've seen-
probably.
I
I'm
just-
still gonna read through it just to that's why we're agreeing or disagreeing with it. We're just gonna read through it and just say yes or no. Logan, go ahead.
Go ahead. What? Oh, I agree that movie should be on that list. It's horrible.
Best movie.
But his appearance in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies was pretty good.
Yeah.
What do you mean that? He also appeared in. He came out of one of the portals.
Oh yeah, that was also neat. I think if they used him in the MCU, it would be pretty good.
As
Here's
an
a-
actor.
Now the question is, if they
Well,
did
he
make
was
a
in
movie,
Endgame.
if they did make a movie about him, would it be best to make like a whole entire trilogy or just like a one-off movie?
It'd be a one-off. You know
I'd
what?
go with one.
It probably wouldn't even be a one. It'd probably be a group.
Yeah, I'd be okay with a group movie because I'm not a huge Howard the Duck fan.
Yeah. Well, if you guys remember, he was in Endgame for like a second.
Popped out of one of the holes. Yeah.
What about like Disney Plus series.
Yeah,
Maybe.
it could.
I don't know
Maybe.
about series on them though. I don't know if they have the patience or the care.
Hannah, what do you think? Because we're not hearing from you.
It's because my mommy was talking to me, so I actually have no idea what you guys were talking about. I'm not gonna lie.
We were talking about the Howard the Duck movie.
I have no idea what that is.
All right, let's
He's
just
a Marvel character. He's an
hand it
alien duck.
about superheroes.
Yeah, I
Let's-
don't really follow that stuff. The movies I watch are very violent horror movies.
Hannah watches Live Murder on Word. Anyway,
Alright, so this list that I'm looking at just suck.
well, Duncan,
Which website are you on?
I don't
I'm
want.
on IMDb.
Okay,
There's, like,
I'm on
so
some
many
random
great
website. We can definitely
There's
read
so
through
many
IMDb
great
or
movies on this
IMDb.
list.
Shut up.
Logan, you're rubbing off.
No way.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go on to 45. We have the Blade Trinity. Everybody know what
I
that
can
is?
see that.
The issue with the Blade movie, for the third one, is that Wesley Snipes at that point was very hard to work with. There were times that he refused, like he was doing very petty things, like not opening his eyes when the camera was rolling. So, I mean, it was really his fault that movie sucked. I mean, Ryan Reynolds was in it, and he did great. He did refuse to work with Wesley Snipes ever again after it, but yeah. But the MCU will be having a new Blade movie, so that's good.
Better not be with him.
Yeah.
It will not.
I don't.
I think he'll be in it.
I don't know how to explain this redeeming feature. So it's called a cock juggling thunder, and then like name for a woman's downstairs. Let me send it in the Discord because I don't think I can say this on YouTube. So they said that the name of the scene was. Hold on. This was the name of the scene.
Thunder.
I can't.
Yeah, that's one of the worst words. You shouldn't say that.
I can't say that.
Possibly that.
It was thrown at an otherwise wasted Parker Posey by an improbably what words I haven't seen before. Ryan Reynolds. It talks about Ryan Reynolds. That's good. It's Ryan Reynolds. Okay, next movie. The Matrix Revolutions.
Excuse me.
I haven't seen any of the Matrix movies.
They're all good movies. I 100% disagree.
I haven't seen most of these movies, so.
I mean, it has Keanu Reeves, so.
Instantly makes the movie amazing.
Yeah, but those movies before Keanu Reeves was really famous. That was before John Wick, which he's really known for.
Or that one character from freaking SpongeBob where he played as a tumbleweed.
That movie hasn't,
That was wonderful.
it hasn't came
Yeah,
out yet.
that was great. I love that. Best scene in the movie, obviously.
Yeah, and he's gonna be a freaking cyberpunk, man. I'm excited for that.
He played Constantine. He played John Constantine in Anyways,
Okay.
we'll go on.
Number 43, we have a movie called Year One.
Year
Never-
One, good movie.
See, that's why we have George in here. He knows what
It had Jack Black and Michael Cera and a few other actors. It was kind of like, okay, so they were cavemen, but like, it's a really good comedy. It goes along with the Bible through a lot of it and like biblical times. It's really good. It's really funny. When they go to Sodom and he's told about the queen having crabs, it's just a great movie. Highly recommend it.
There's a lot of gay jokes and Jew jokes. So,
Oh,
Oh, perfect.
yeah.
Also,
Movie night.
okay,
Movie night.
okay. Yeah, we'll
We
have to
still
watch
need to
that.
do a movie night, lads. We haven't did one yet.
You eventually will. George, when
Okay,
We'll do
well, we
that.
tried to, but it was just me and Gavin because everyone else wasn't freaking there.
Because that freaking thing didn't work. My app just like crashed.
Oh no, I want to do an actual movie night where we're in the same place.
I
Yeah,
have
me-
a
we will do that.
projector.
What are you gonna
Yeah.
get your George?
Yeah,
What?
Duncan has a projector.
Your thing?
That's what the fire was.
Yes. Okay.
Hey. Next movie.
Okay, next movie is a movie called Parting Shots.
No. Haven't
no
seen
idea.
No, no idea. Okay. 41 we have Von Helsing.
it. That
Van Helsing.
Oh,
Hugh
really?
Jackman. I mean, you can't go wrong with them.
it's a good movie, honestly. Van Helsing.
I liked that.
They made a show off of it, but they gender swapped him, or maybe it's his daughter. I don't really know. I didn't watch it, but I had no interest in it, and I think she got pregnant by the second season. So
Helsing's daughter.
Interesting.
But nice. Hotel Transylvania. Van Helsing was in that movie. 3. That's the third one. Anyway, next movie.
40 we have Superman 4: The Quest for Peace.
Yeah.
Was with Christopher Reeve. That it wasn't.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, that's. Well, trust me, Christopher Reeve movies are the only ones that went to freaking 6 sequels. Yeah, I know. Superman 4 wasn't that bad, but it wasn't that good either. They kind of ran out of ideas. He was a great actor, great Superman.
So the critics said that it was cheaper than a sale at Kmart.
That's fair.
That's a nice joke.
Okay, what's the next movie? Number 30.
Okay, so 39 we have Dungeons and Dragons.
I've never seen that movie.
I'm actually kind of intrigued now, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen it, but
We need to go
I
through and
think I've
watch a lot
watched
of
a
these
little bit
because
of
I
that.
haven't heard
That's because you're
Yeah.
not
most of them.
you're not a nerd in the same way we are. Hannah.
I told you what kind of movies I watch. That's all
Yeah.
I'm limited to.
Just a psychopath. I understand.
Well, I'm sorry.
But
okay.
38.
All right, so I think we can probably agree with this one. Son of the Mask.
Yeah,
I
that was
love that
terrible.
movie.
Oh man,
Definitely.
like I'm so happy that Marvel brought Loki back after that movie. That was sad. Like my only highlight of that movie was his license plate saying low key.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was a bad movie.
And Super Twister.
Yes.
I mean,
Uh,
I've seen a lot worse, but yeah, it's Son of the Mask.
Yeah.
Great. Son of the Mask. No.
I'm pretty sure I heard something about a possible reboot of The Mask, but like with a female character. I would be completely okay with that.
A female mask.
Yeah.
I don't think
But
the humor of that movie, of like those, of just that character would be okay in 2020.
That's a spicy meatball.
one thing I have to tell you though, George, is if they're doing a reboot and it's a female, then I'm probably gonna kill myself because you can't beat Jim Carrey.
You can't.
Well, no, but it's kind of like I don't know. It's like if you watch the new Aladdin. Like it's great, but don't try to hold Will Smith to Robin Williams standards.
Listen, those songs are fire.
Those songs smack.
The new Aladdin.
Care.
I agree.
listened
It was
to
good.
those songs like a year straight.
You just can't go into it expecting the same thing that you got from the original when it comes to the
Nobody
actors.
Robin Williams. There's a reason nobody speaks about him.
I mean, the one thing that we can agree about, the Lion King reboot just terrible.
Yep, 100% agree.
All
I
right.
didn't even actually go
I
watch it.
Didn't either.
Yeah,
All right,
you guys
Phil,
saved your money. That's all I'm saying.
coming in at number 37.
Logan wants to move along here, I guess.
Yeah.
So, number 37, Max Payne.
Nope.
It had
Yeah,
Mark
so-
Wahlberg.
Spelled Payne, not
It
Payne.
was a movie based on a video game. It had Mark Wahlberg and Mila Kunis. I don't think I ever watched it though.
I like the
Um,
game. I've never seen the movie.
third-person shooter developed by Remedy Entertainment and Rockstar Studios.
Rockstar. Oh my gosh.
Rockstar. Wait. Sorry. New York City police detective turned vigilante after his family had been murdered by drug dealers. That sounds like it would be a great movie, though.
It's kind of like watching a watered down Punisher movie.
Okay, I see. I see what you mean. Glum interrogation scenes. Yeah. Okay. All right. 36. Aragon. Is that how you pronounce it?
Aragon?
Aragon.
No,
Yeah.
whoa. Aragon was a great movie about the dragon. Yeah, that was no. I 100% disagree. I love that movie.
A
Aragon.
painful reminder of what fantasy cinema was like before the Lord of the Rings trilogy rewrote the rules.
It's kind of right.
I don't
Oh.
Logan, you got really defensive when we said it was on the list.
because I own that movie.
Just
Nice.
because you own it doesn't mean it's good.
Because I watch it all the time.
Okay, listen. Just because you got the movie out of the bargain bin at Walmart doesn't mean it was worth it.
Lord of the Rings was out for 5 years before that movie released.
Yeah. That's what they're saying.
There's just too many movies, I guess, like it.
Oh my God, Logan, 5.1 on IMDb, 16% on Rotten Tomatoes, and 38% on Metacritic.
Oh.
Good movie. Let's move on to number 30. Yeah, I think.
Okay.
I swear, if the newest Dune movie isn't on this list, there's going to be some hate crimes.
It depends on when this list was posted. But if it's recent, then yeah, Doom Annihilation had better be on that. But we'll talk about that later because that's a specific movie that I would like to get into by itself because it deserves to be called crap. So 35 we have House of the Dead.
Never seen it.
Nope.
Never seen it.
I
Wait.
feel like I have seen that movie.
It is based off of a video game.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I knew it was, but I just never
You
seen
know what
it.
movie I hate? Monster House. I don't know why. I just always hated that movie.
All right, well,
like
we're gonna have
Monster
problems
House.
then because Monster House was like one of the best movies ever.
That movie's
Um,
fire.
And it had a
That movie
great
is fire.
presentation class. I mean, Steve Buscemi. Can't go wrong with him.
I don't know. It's
Yep.
just it's an odd movie, I guess.
There
it's a
isn't
good
at
movie.
least one Resident Evil movie on this list.
Oh, there probably will be.
Anyways, okay. I guess
34 we have I Know Who Killed Me.
Interesting title name.
Didn't that have Lindsay Lohan?
Yes it did.
Okay. They ended up making a TV show by the same name, but that was not the same as the movie. The TV show was like a first-person point of view of like actual people who have died, kind of like Investigative Discovery or whatever that is, or like the First 48.
Has anybody seen the
Okay.
Scream TV series? Was it
The what?
it had the Scream? The Scream TV series. Was
I
good.
remember that.
I
I
like
watched
it.
It
that.
had Bella Thorne in the first episode. She got killed. That's all I remember.
I watched that.
I've watched something like that.
Yeah, season 2 wasn't as good as the first season because a lot of the storyline and everything was being worked on by Wes Craven, awesome director by the way. But he died partway through season 2, so like you can really tell where it stopped being horror and started turning into every other MTV show out there.
Great.
But oh yeah, he
And
was
then
awesome.
there was the last episode of it. Weird.
Well, if you want the redeeming scene, you get to see Lindsay Lohan pole dancing.
What?
Okay, wait, hold on. Who? I don't think I've ever seen a picture of her. Oh,
Never.
okay. Well,
Friday and
all right.
Herbie,
Well, maybe
and then she got on drugs.
interesting. Okay. Should we move on then?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So number 3, we have Ultraviolet.
Oh my
Does that
gosh,
ring
that
a
was
bell?
such a good movie. That is one of the greatest movies ever. I think it's so underrated. It's based off of some
Okay.
books. It has Mila Jovovich, who also played Alice in the Resident Evil movies, and it's so cool. I really think it was ahead of its time. Her outfit changes color, like and corresponding with her surroundings and whatnot. But it also works kind of like a camouflage thing. Like when she got injured, it turned red to try to cover up the blood. It's an awesome movie. I highly recommend watching it. I can't believe it's on that list.
Why do you sound so
did.
much more intelligent when you're talking about movies than when we're sitting in bio?
This is why I
know, right?
invited George.
How are we even
This
in
is
the same
why.
science class?
George is just over here like,
Oh yeah.
where are my George quotes? Hemorrhage PA. He's over here like, yeah, hemorrhage PA. But then he becomes a freaking genius whenever someone mentions a movie he likes.
Or when the teacher decides to start talking about how much we need to exercise.
Shut up. I'm not discussing that.
I like how
Shout out
much
to Kennedy.
trees.
All right. Number 32, we have a movie called The Spirit.
I don't think I've seen it.
Samuel
hear
George
Yeah, I
hasn't
think
watched
about-
it. We know no one else has.
Yeah, George hasn't seen it. Nobody else has.
Honestly, when
Yeah.
I hear Spirit, I think of that animated horse movie.
Animated horse movie.
Yeah,
Alright.
like from when I was
Okay.
little. I don't know what it was about.
Are you a brony?
It might not have even been called Spirit. I don't know.
Confirmed. George is a brony.
Well, I'm surprised none of us have ever heard of this because it's got Samuel L. Jackson and Scarlett Johansson.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but I've got to be fair. Not every.
Name a
Oh,
Nicolas Cage movie, and I'm like, exactly what you're talking about. Anyone else? I have no idea.
So I asked my dad about it, because he watches a lot more movies than me. Literally the second that I said it, he was like, "The Spirit? It's stupid." So yeah, I think that one's just kind of awful, and it's
Okay.
unfortunate given that you said Samuel L. Jackson and Scarlett Johansson are in it, because they're like both awesome actors.
Oh yes, indeed. Yes, they are.
I wonder what number 1 is. Like, we're getting at the list, and it's gonna be like something nobody.
I'm not even like looking ahead. I really want to wait and
Good.
find out.
Yeah, good.
Okay, so number 31, we have the Pink Panther 2.
Oh my god.
Okay, it wasn't nearly as good as the first one.
Yeah, I agree.
No, the
I
first one was
forgot that
amazing.
those were movies.
Yeah, I completely forgot those were movies too. Also,
We
No,
do
I-
agree though. The first movie was very, very good. It was amazing.
yes.
Oh yeah, like
But the
6-year-old me
second one
was
was
just loving life.
Mm-hmm. All right. Number 30, the first Scary Movie.
What?
I love that movie. The whole franchise.
Oh,
was
I was
great.
waiting
Don't
for
ask
you to
Hannah
say that,
about
George.
it. Okay, the
Great.
whole franchise minus part 5 was great because 5 had Lindsay Lohan and Ashley Tisdale, and it just wasn't very good.
So,
The rest of the franchise,
Which one had the Scream cameo?
the first one.
Yeah, probably
Literally
that
the
one.
only thing I've seen is the Dr. Phil scene.
Yeah, the scene with
That was
Dr.
part
Phil and
4.
Shaq. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Only thing I've seen.
Number 29, Southland Tales.
Don't know.
What?
Never heard of it.
Southland Tales. It looks like it's got. Wait, hold on. No, I think I'm looking at the wrong picture. The pictures are like all messed up. Don't know any of these actors. Nope. Nobody. It's
Oh,
not
it
really
has
listed.
Dwayne Johnson. It has The Rock.
Oh, yeah. Okay, it's got him in it.
Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just skip that one since nobody's really seen it. 28 we have The Sweetest Thing.
Don't know.
I feel like I've heard that, but I have no idea what it is.
There's not really any recognizable actors or anything, so.
Any highlights?
About as feminist as a Space Girls video and considerably less jaunty. Okay.
The only
it's,
actor I recognize is Cameron Diaz.
oh wait,
Oh,
yeah,
I
I
like
do
Cameron
see.
Diaz.
Yeah. All right. 27 we have the Street Fighter movie.
Yep,
That
definitely.
was awful.
The what?
Street
That was
Fighter.
awful.
Dude, the Street Fighter movie was just complete garbage.
Like even the picture they took of the movie doesn't even look good. It just looks so cheap.
Oh my gosh. And like Blanca in that movie was just sad to look at. And like the worst part about it is that it came after, I'm pretty sure, the Mortal Kombat movies. Like they had like a reference to go off of, and they still just produced crap. Like that episode of South Park with Randy Marsh. Like it was that.
Yeah. Was anybody in it that we know? Not really.
No.
Doesn't look like it. 26, there's a movie called Glitter.
Never heard of it.
Never heard
Glitter?
of it.
I feel like I know
Glitter?
that movie.
Director Vondi Curtis Hall, Mariah Carey, and Max Beasley. Anybody? No.
Nope.
Nope. It's not very good. Usually if singers in a movie, they're in there to sing, so yeah, no.
Yeah. Okay. 25. Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen.
I didn't like the Transformers movies.
I didn't either, honestly.
Which one
I mean,
is
it-
Revenge of the Fallen?
Which one?
I think it's the
Let's see.
third one.
Because it goes... No, second one.
Yeah,
I
because the
thought
third
it-
one's Dark of the Moon.
Oh, I thought Dark of the Moon was the second one, and then Revenge of the Fallen.
Hold on,
Might have
I'm
been.
looking
No,
it up.
according to this, it says it's the second one.
It's not. It's the sequel to the first movie, so yeah, it's the second one.
Yeah, honestly, I think my main issue with those movies is to even like. It has nothing to do with the movie itself and everything to do with the fact that I hate Shia LaBeouf.
Okay.
Wow.
Look who's running through the woods. It's Shia LaBeouf.
You know,
Uh,
have we heard George's laugh yet today?
I don't know.
No, I don't think we have.
Oh.
Let's find a really funny movie and make him,
we'll find it. We'll get it eventually.
Yeah, you'll have to catch me off guard, otherwise I can usually control it.
George
Otherwise,
laughs
it's
at
like
everything.
a dying hyena.
I like when you said hemorrhage, PA, George.
Why is Logan muted? Is he still here?
Logan's being a normie.
A normie.
He's a simp.
Yeah.
Alright, so 24, Speed 2.
I haven't watched either of the
Like
Speed
the
movies,
drug.
but I know what it is.
Like-
It has. I know that the first one had Sandra Bullock. I don't know about the second one, and it was awful.
It doesn't
It
look
was
like
a
it.
bus that wasn't able to go below a certain mile per hour, or else it would explode. I think.
Oh, interesting.
I think I've
The
heard
good
about
thing
that.
that I see about the second one is William Dafoe.
Yes. Yes. I think. Yeah. I can't find it. But yeah, probably in there somewhere. 23. How do I exactly so this movie is called Freddy Got Fingered.
What?
Oh my god, I know that movie. Okay, so
George,
it was like what?
Yeah, you're gonna.
I have
Oh,
It was
some
an
questions.
Okay, so the issue with the movie is that it's a very specific kind of comedy. It's like a stupid kind of comedy where it's almost as though you have to have like a middle schooler's sense of humor to find any of it funny because it's so stupid. It has this guy in it that I don't know his name, but I've seen him in a few movies. He's I don't know. It just wasn't very funny. This guy,
Tom
I'm trying to
Green.
think. The reason that it's even called that is because he was talking to, I think, his therapist or something, and like blamed his dad or his stepdad or something of like fingering his little brother like down in the basement. Like it didn't happen. It was just such a stupid movie. But at one point, he's like in a scuba suit in the shower talking to his dad about how they're going to be rich because he had like this bar of soap that he was calling treasure. It was really a stupid movie.
I don't even think I want to look at that.
I'll read them.
Okay, let's go on then. 22, Jaws, The Revenge.
Yeah.
That was Jaws 4.
It deserves this.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, update. My dad really likes the movie Freddy Got Fingered.
Interesting.
Hannah, you should make some, you should just make some, artwork for that. And, put it as the thumbnail. Just Freddy Got Fingered.
No. You're gonna have to pay me for that one.
Dang it. Who's willing to cough up money, boys?
Alright, 21, Alone
Duncan,
in
give
the
me
Dark.
that $10 back.
Anybody?
What?
Hello?
What?
Phil,
Hello?
what would you say?
Hello?
Technical
Philip?
difficulties.
Can you hear us?
I'm assuming his silence is a no.
What?
Really?
Okay, so while Philip's working out his technical difficulties and we can't hear him, what Marvel person do you think needs to appear in the MCU?
And Undertale.
Can I say an object instead of a person?
Sure, yeah.
I want the Thanos copter to be in the MCU.
I
Hey,
want
you're not wrong on that.
Squirrel Girl is my favorite Marvel character. She's so underappreciated and underrated, and people really think of her as a joke, and she was created as one, I'll give them that. She kind of is a joke, but she's so great. And her previous relationship with Wolverine, I have to say, is kind of creepy. And Philip needs to hurry back because I really thought this conversation was... And I don't have anything else to try to mention. Was there... Okay, Philip's back. Can you hear us?
I can now. My internet just like cut out, and I have to use data now, but that's okay.
All right. So we were on number 32, 31.
21.
While you were gone, we were telling what character you wanted to bring into the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh, jeez. That's
Oh,
difficult.
geez, right?
I said that I don't want a person. I want them to bring the Thanos copter.
Yeah, Thanos
I
copter.
Squirrel Girl.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go, Jordan.
You can't
Okay,
stop
21.
Thanos.
Yeah, you can't stop Thanos copter. Where do you think he got his sword from? Obviously the blade of Thanos copter. Okay,
Alright.
well,
What's next, Philip?
all right. Alone in the Dark.
Okay,
Mm.
so that's another horror movie. It actually spawned a sequel. Neither one did very well. It is also based off of a video game, and I don't know it that well, but it didn't do very good at box office or anything. But it is a
Okay.
horror movie, and from what I understand, it's not terrible, but they really just... It's hard to make an actual good horror movie based off of a video. I mean, look at the Resident Evil franchise. It turned into more action. I like it, though.
It's hard to
Yeah.
make a movie based off a video game. Most of them just turn out completely dog.
Yeah.
And the only reason what's her
Speaking of video game
The-
movies, is anybody else looking forward to the new Mortal Kombat movie?
Not
Never
gonna
even
lie.
heard of it.
Yeah, I never even
my
heard
gosh,
it existed.
Okay, so they are remaking the Mortal Kombat movie, and it is being directed by James Wan, who created the Saw franchise, and I think he also did something with the, he may have had something to do with the Conjuring universe, I'm not positive though. But I know that he did Saw, and I'm looking forward to it. He said it's going to be R-rated and have fatalities, and I'm looking.
That's all I need to hear, George. I'm coming with you.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool. My internet works now. All right. What were you saying, George? Go ahead. Or did you finish?
Did you need me to repeat? Could you not hear?
I just didn't hear the very last part of it.
Oh, okay. So it'll be rated R and have fatalities.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
A third movie.
Huh?
Another movie.
Yeah.
Literally, if you Google The Conjuring 3, the full title of it is The Conjuring: The Devil Made Me Do It.
Oh yeah, the devil made me do it. I don't know. I don't really care for the Annabelle movies. I don't find them scary. The Conjuring movies, I didn't like part 2 all that much. The first one though, I was just excited because it was something slightly different. Didn't care for the Nun. The Curse of La Llorona fell short of my expectations, but it had Linda Cardellini and she played Velma. We do so. That's...
Like, it's the unit in general.
Okay, you guys ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so number 20 we have Swept Away.
Oh, is that the animated rat movie with Hugh Jackman?
No,
By
that's
Dream-
Flushed Away.
Oh.
That movie better not be
No,
on here. That
George,
movie was amazing.
Not gonna lie, that was my thought too. Okay.
Swept Away is I don't even know.
It has Madonna and
It's-
Bruce Greenwood.
Yes.
Why is Madonna in movies?
I don't know.
I don't even like her as a person.
19 Giggly? Is that how you say that? Gigli? It's got
Giggly.
Jennifer Lopez in it.
Oh, then
How
that
do you
means
spell it?
that-
Is it? Okay. Well, I've never heard of it, never seen it. It was directed by Martin Brest, though, who made Beverly Hills Cop, which is an amazing movie. So.
With Eddie Murphy. You got to throw that out there.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I haven't seen it though.
You've never seen Beverly Hills Cop?
I have not.
What is wrong with you?
Didn't they make like a sequel or like 2 sequels?
I think so. George, they're outside of a hotel and they shove a banana in this guy's exhaust pipe.
Why?
Yeah.
So that he doesn't follow them.
Oh.
It was funny. Alright, number 18. Dreamcatcher.
Nope, I haven't
Um,
seen it.
No idea.
Stephen King is in it,
Ooh.
or it was just saying that it was based off of that book or whatever.
Oh,
I
You
guess.
might be surprised, but I haven't seen every Stephen King movie before.
Yeah.
it
Well,
has Morgan
I don't
Freeman.
think I've ever actually watched any of them. Okay. Number 17 is called White Chicks.
White
Oh my God.
chicks.
That
What do
is
you
a good
Why'd you
movie.
call it White Chicks? White Chicks is like no, a lot of people.
Wait, I'm sorry. Who here has seen it?
I
I-
believe I have. I just don't
I
remember
have.
too much.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
Okay,
I have.
yeah, it's really good. It's by the Wayans brothers, which is they also made the original Scream, and then backed out after Scream 2. Okay, so they play these two, I think they're brothers in the movie too. But they're these two cops or detectives who are supposed to escort these two, well, they're white girls to something, and long story short, the car, gets into a small wreck and they get like a busted nose and lip, and so they refuse to go out there, and they were like, well, they can't just not show up, so they disguise themselves as these women and go, out there to do whatever they were supposed to do, like go to something. I don't know. It's a lot better than I'm making it sound. I love when Terry Crews is in it. So
Mm-hmm.
Oh
That's all I needed to
yeah.
hear.
Huh?
That's all I needed to.
yeah, it's pretty good, and it was on Netflix for the longest time, but it's not anymore.
All right, rolling in at number 17.
16.
This
Yeah.
what?
All right. So it's number 16, Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Never heard of it.
Oh,
No.
Neither have I.
all right.
Number 15, Catwoman.
What?
Oh my God, that was awful.
Yeah, it was.
Thought you said no movies were bad, George.
What?
Thought you said no movies were bad.
What?
Okay, no, that was bad. Like, Halle Berry had the potential to be a really good Catwoman, but they decided to use some woman who was never in the comics, have it be about something that it didn't have to be about, like with the whole Egyptian god thing and whatnot. It was just the worst. Yeah, I take it back. There are bad movies, and that is one.
You know it's bad if George says it's bad.
Yeah, that was awful. And the CGI effects are terrible. Her head is pretty much round when they try to do like the CG claws down the wall and everything. And like, it was 2004, you don't have high expectations for CGI at the time, but like, even still, it was awful.
Mm-hmm. All right. 1 second.
It's like you don't have high expectations for a second grader, but if they don't know their ABCs, it's like, you're just garbage.
Yeah.
Are you saying you were a second in 2004? Is that what you just said?
No, I was comparing that movie to a second grader.
Oh,
But like,
you were not in second grade in 2000.
So, this next movie, kind of funny because the movie is called Disaster Movie.
oh
Oh
yeah,
God,
it was
movie.
awful.
It's a scary movie based, but for comedy movies. The Disaster Movie.
Okay.
Alvin.
Yeah, it was one of those spoof movies. It's up there
Yeah.
right next to like superhero movie.
But it's actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
They're like,
Okay.
Alvin, out of there.
All right. So number 13. Now, before you guys say anything, because I had to do some searching, and then I realized what they meant. But number 13, we have the Avengers.
Fair enough. You know what?
Which
I'm
one?
gonna say, yeah, the
But
original Avengers isn't the best movie ever.
But no, the original Avengers movie was great. But no, I looked this up because the director did not match the directors who made the Avengers. So I looked it up, and it is a 1998 American action spy film adaptation of the British television series of the same name.
Interesting.
Yikes.
Garbage. And
Still has
here.
Sean Connery.
It's about a mad scientist that wants to control the world's weather.
Okay,
I
out of the
guess.
4 Avenger movies, which one is the worst?
The second one.
Age of Ultron.
Age
Age
of
of-
Ultron.
Yep.
Okay,
It's
you know what? No, the first one, because anything with Scarlet Witch is great because Scarlet Witch is awesome.
Yeah, but
Oh.
the second one sucked, George.
No, it
Yeah.
didn't.
It sucked
All-
because the main villain's plan was to lift up a city, then drop it.
Yeah,
Hey.
that was
Just
the
take
entire
the
plot.
city and move it somewhere else.
I've seen worse.
George,
Also,
I pictured Patrick as you were saying that.
can I point out that Logan is getting extremely triggered over the fact that we said the second movie was the worst?
I liked the second movie and I disliked the first one.
All right, well, you're a normie, so
Okay, well,
normies don't get to have opinions.
already.
we all can agree on the best, right?
What?
We all can agree on at least the best Avengers movie, right?
Yeah, Endgame.
Endgame.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I don't know. It's because Endgame and Infinity War go together as a pair. So
Well, I want to say Endgame because technically they're separate movies because
yeah, I know that. I know there's
they're two different times.
Story, when I went to watch Endgame, there was some bald guy sitting a couple rows in front of me, and very distracting because he was so bald, like shiny bald, you could see the reflecting off his head.
Okay. Well, you fell asleep during Infinity War.
I had a migraine.
Shame, shame, shame.
Shame.
Hey,
Okay.
guess the next movie.
All right. Number 12 is Norbit.
Never heard
my-
of it.
So
Oh
good.
my god.
How's that on the list? We're on the worst, right? Best.
Yep. These are the top 50 worst movies according to this
Oh,
website.
that does not deserve to be on there. That is so good. Eddie Murphy is he plays so many characters in that movie, and every one of them are awesome.
The Chinese guy when he says, "I'll plug that whale in the blowhole or whatever," throws this harpoon at his wife.
Somebody come to help. Yeah, and a whale.
The difference. Yeah.
Oh my god, no, the best part. I'll show you how a bitch go down a slide.
I love that.
Are you playing clips from the movie?
Who's playing clip? No, George just said it.
What?
Nobody's
Wait, George.
playing the movie. George was just reenacting it.
Yeah.
Wait, George,
how
do
can
that
you-
again. Do it again.
Oh, Norbit's wife's played by a guy.
Oh.
Yeah. It's Eddie Murphy's brother, but I don't know his name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
Um.
goes. Yeah, it's that.
Okay.
Or the
Okay.
plug in the wheelchair. That bitch ran over my legs. George,
Let's move on to the
the
next
only
one.
other than me that knows.
Yeah.
Logan, stop swearing.
Why?
Because.
They're quotes from the movie. You're reading a list
Stop swearing.
on it. That's not my fault.
Okay.
Move on
Next
to the next
movie.
It's in quotation marks, meaning it's not swearing.
All right. Whatever you say. All right. So 11 is Meet the Spartans.
I haven't seen that one. I know
Never
what
heard
you're
of it.
talking about, but I haven't.
Okay.
Top 10.
Jeez.
Number 10, The Room.
No.
The Room?
No. No. Listen.
Or through.
You all right there, Hannah? You sound a little offended.
Triggered.
Listen, that movie is beautiful.
Hannah, if it's on the top 10, it's clearly not.
No. Have you guys never seen that movie?
Nope.
Nope.
Don't know. You don't know what that is?
The Room?
Yes.
Yeah, nope. I never heard of it.
It's so bad, and it's enjoyable to watch. Oh.
I have never heard of a movie where it's
So,
so
do you
bad
agree
that
or
you can enjoy it.
It's so
You
funny
haven't?
because it's so bad. Listen,
So
what we
it's-
are gonna watch.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll just okay.
All right. Number 9 is Highlander 2: The Quickening.
Never heard of
I
it.
have
I can see
one.
that.
I haven't
Huh?
seen
I can see that.
George. Have you seen Highlander 2?
No.
Then no. Let's skip it, I guess.
Okay. Number 8 is The Happening.
No, that was an awful movie. It had. I give that one and The Day the Earth Stood Still kind of confused. Was that the one with Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
And M.
yeah,
Night
it was
Shyamalan.
terrible. There was like some sort of like, I don't even think I watched it all the way through. You can't actually see what the thing is that's killing everybody, but you know what? It's kind of like Bird Box.
Okay.
Like whenever they're outside, there's some thing that you can't see that kind of makes people kill themselves,
Well, have
and
you ever
that's like,
seen The Mist? Stephen King movie?
yeah, I've seen them. You know what? I haven't seen the movie, but I know what you're talking about, and they made a
That-
TV show off of that.
I know,
The
but
ending to that was way different. Fuck.
Okay.
okay.
You
Well,
want me
like,
to explain?
Yeah, go ahead.
So basically, this is just a spoiler. Spoiler. At the end of the movie, he turned. Basically, the main character kills everyone in the car because they lose all hope. I think.
talk about The Mist.
Oh, I have seen that.
And then the guy just gets out of the car because he's out of bullets, and the military just pulls up to
Mhm.
save everyone.
Oh yeah, like
Wow.
right after he shoots his kid and them other guys, and it's like, why? It does sound like a terrible thing, but it's like if you would have just waited like 30 seconds and also like, I mean the camera didn't really show who he killed first, but I would hope that it was the kid.
No, he killed the kid last.
Yeah. It was,
Oh wow, that's awful. Why would you do that? Like you're just gonna let that kid sit there and watch some other people get shot in the head, and it's like, oh wow, that's gonna be me in a few seconds.
Well, he didn't know that. I don't think.
But
Anyway.
no, the end of the book is the complete opposite of that. Basically, they decide just to continue to drive in it.
Wonder why they changed it for the movie.
Because that ending's
Because-
way better.
Oh, it's not.
Yes,
Way
it is.
confusing.
Any ending that has a little kid dying is the best ending. Kind of like how every dog that you see is the best dog ever. Even if it just
Yes.
tore out a little kid's throat, it's the best dog ever.
Say we want.
That
Pit
makes
bulls
it
are
an
amazing
even
dogs,
better
man.
dog.
Oh yeah, they're
Wait.
the greatest. That's, I mean, literally my profile picture on here is Pitbull.
You know,
Smile.
people need to grow up about that whole oh, they're gonna kill you. It's
I know.
you know, it's all about how you raise them.
Maybe those people deserve mauled by a pit bull.
hmm
Those
Right.
guys deserve to be mauled by chihuahuas.
Yes.
All
Yes,
right.
they do.
Number 8, I guess.
Number 7.
What was
Number
number?
7. Number 8 was The Happening.
Oh,
We already talked about that.
talked about
And you
that.
really don't pay attention.
I wasn't here. Well, so-
Number 7. Number 7 is Sex Lives of the Potato Men.
Nope.
No.
Never heard of it, but that's an interesting title.
Yeah, I don't know. Anybody know what that is?
Nope.
No
What
idea.
was that?
I wish.
It's called Sex Lives of the Potato Men.
That sounds amazing.
Maybe we'll have to watch
Sounds
it.
amazing.
Duncan, is
Go
there
ahead and
something
look
you
into
haven't
that
been
real
telling us?
Triangle potato.
Okay, Number 6 is called Heaven's Gate.
No.
I don't know that movie.
So, holy crap. I've never heard of it, but it says it's 149 minutes long, and then there's a director's cut that's 219 minutes long,
Ew.
which is that's almost 4 hours.
Yeah.
That's even
Okay,
longer
it
than
has-
Endgame.
Director's cuts. I did read a thing today saying that HBO Max was going to release the Snyder cut of the Justice League movie.
Next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I guess they're going to continue Swamp Thing on the CW. So does that mean that he's part of the Arrowverse and no longer part of the Titanverse?
Well, George, if you've seen Crisis, they were all connected, so it doesn't matter.
Well, I know, but like still, I know that like, you know, Titans and Doom Patrol are still going to continue on the DC app, but I guess because Swamp Thing was canceled partway through its first season, which is garbage because they had like 4 main writers and they wouldn't agree on where to take the story, and they were like, you know what, just scrap it.
Yeah.
And I was like, sucks because Swamp Thing's such a good character. Love Swamp Thing. I still feel like he and Poison Ivy should have like a thing.
I'll go downstairs. Till I finish my
Okay.
Go downstairs.
Yeah.
What?
I'm on the phone.
Mute your mic, mute your mic, mute your mic if you're gonna do that.
Mute your mic. I don't want to hear your mommy.
Tell your mom I said hi.
George, shut up.
Don't encourage this.
Alright, guys, this is important. We gotta get into the top 5 now.
Oh
Yes,
boy,
yes, yes,
top
yes.
5
Yes,
anime
yes, yes.
betrayal. Oh wait, this is anime
There are 2
betrayals.
movies that I hope that are on there.
Let's just
Hi.
mention for a second how I've spent this entire time wondering who Kazo was and just realized it's Dominic.
It took you this long? Are you
Oh my
kidding me?
god.
This long, yes.
Oh my
George,
god.
I feel
George.
heartbroken.
It's
man.
like
I
when
feel
you keep
heartbroken.
forgetting the names of the people that sit by us in bio.
Annie. Well, no, okay, so what it was is every time I looked down at the Kazo thing, like, it wasn't lighting up, and I was like, who is that? And this was the first time that he was talking while it was lit up, and I was like, it's him.
All right, let's just. What's the next one?
Number
Okay,
5.
so number 5 is called Epic Movie.
Okay,
I've
Epic
heard
Movie
about that.
was,
And it was
Also-
bad.
it was
Doesn't
also
seem-
on the list of the top 10 movies that try way too hard to be cool. I think I know what it is, and I don't know it very well.
Sounds like the movie wasn't that epic.
No.
Yeah,
Oh, I've
guess
seen
not.
this.
You funny.
Haha,
was
I
one
am
of them-
comedian man.
It was one of them movies, kind of like superhero movie or disaster movie. Like, it just wasn't.
Yeah.
It was successful as scary movie and bringing in an audience. Oh wait, you know what? I do know what Epic Movie was. Okay, so they make fun of like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and a few other things. It's got Topher Grace. He was Eddie Brock in the Spider-Man 3. He was also the main guy. He was the main guy in that 70s show. Okay, so Epic Movie. They call them orphans, but like they're all in their mid-20s. They go through a wardrobe because Narnia. While they're hiding from the Willy Wonka dude. It was okay. The movie was like out there, but it wasn't terrible. Like, it's not a good movie by far, but it's definitely worth a watch.
Okay.
Right
I
then.
gotcha. So number 4 is Raise the Titanic.
Haven't seen-
I'm probably the only person here who's actually watched that, huh?
Maybe.
So
I don't-
it's pretty much just like what if we could get the Titanic back. It was decent. I read the book, and if you the book is very long. It's like 500 or 600 pages. It's very, very long. But it was decent. I don't know if I would put it on the worst book or on the worst movies? Because the author who made it is a very good author.
I want to guess the Titanic 2 was worse than that.
Oh my god, Titanic 2 was worse. Actually, yeah, why have I not seen that on here?
Why haven't I seen the Emoji Movie?
Ooh.
That's a good question. Okay, maybe it's higher up. We just gotta wait. We gotta wait.
Or Batman Return? No, wait, no, that's not what it's called. No, Batman and Robin.
Batman and Robin, I feel
Iceman!
I loved it when I was little, and as I got older, those Mr. Freeze puns got worse. Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy was not as great as I once remembered. And the bat nipples.
The bad nipples.
The bat nipples were awful. Like, who even puts nipples on a bat suit?
It's gotta arouse. It's gotta arouse the people at home, man. Come on.
Maybe that was their way
Or-
of saying, Mr. Freeze is there. It's cold in here.
Alright then.
So, before I go
There you
on
go.
with this, Duncan, have you seen Titanic 2?
No, but just looking at it, it looks terrible.
So we know how movie budgets work, right? Millions and
Uh-huh.
millions of dollars go into a movie, right?
Yeah.
Would you like to know the budget that was Titanic 2?
What?
$500,000.
After the success of the first one?
No, George, listen. Titanic 2 has literally nothing to do with James Cameron. It is a completely different movie. It was utter garbage. It was literally just about, okay, so we're gonna make a new Titanic, and we're gonna see what happens. And it turns out, history repeats itself. And instead of them hitting an iceberg, the iceberg hits them.
Oh my god.
How would that even work?
So I think if I remember correctly, it had to do with something like the weather was like really bad at the time or whatever, and these big iceberg chunks were like breaking off and floating through the ocean or something. And the effects were terrible because the explosions were like very, very stock GIFs. And I think the best part was the girl was trying to get through a very, very heavy door, and she
and
got
it
split
splits her in
in half.
Oh my god, that makes me want to make a movie called Bryant Part 2, and it's just gonna be about a helicopter who comes back and crashes Kobe. But while we're on the Titanic topic, a really great movie that I noticed that not a whole lot of people have seen is called Poseidon, and it's about a ship, kind of like the Titanic. It does start sinking,
I've seen it. I think I've
yeah,
seen part
Kurt
of it.
Russell's, it's a pretty good movie, and it has Fergie, which it advertises heavily, like she's part of the main, beginning credit things. Like it mentions her, and she's not in it very long.
It's because they used it for money.
Yeah, they
That's
did.
how they
Yeah,
advertised.
Error.
That's how they advertised the original Scream movie.
With Drew
I
Barrymore,
forget-
and they did the same thing with the
Yeah.
series with Bella Thorne, and both of them got killed off. Fun fact about Drew Barrymore in the Scream movie, though, she was signed on to play the Sydney, but she 2 months before filming decided to opt out and play that beginning character because she spoke to Wes Craven and said that something about with her being as famous as she was at the time, she would be expected to be the final girl. And I feel like there was something else to it too, another reason why she didn't want to be the main character, but I don't remember what it was.
Okay. Yeah. Let's move on now, I guess.
All right, number 4.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Whatever note we're on.
You guys just stop saying yours because you're always wrong.
We're on number 3 this time.
Number
Okay,
14.
So number 3 is The Love Guru.
Oh my god, okay. The Love Guru had Mike Myers, and it
Mm-hmm.
was... Okay, I can't even say that it was a good movie or a bad movie. I haven't seen it the whole way through. It had a decent comedy thing to it from what I had seen. I mean, it was Mike Myers being Mike Myers. Like, watch any Austin Powers movie, it was pretty much just the same. Like, I mean, when he's playing in an actual movie, like, he's always pretty much himself.
Mm-hmm.
He's a jerk in real life.
Probably.
Yeah, but so is Kilmer.
Huh?
Alright,
Like,
let's...
Okay. Number 2. Battlefield Earth.
I haven't seen
If it's a
that.
bad, of course it's gonna be on there. Video game movie adaptations aren't exactly the best.
I don't think that was... I think this was something
Well, with a
different.
name like Battlefield Earth, I would assume it's aliens.
It is definitely... I think it is. Oh, so Rotten Tomatoes gave it 3%.
Ooh, that is high quality.
Oh my
For watching
God.
Okay,
that.
so, but in its defense, like, I haven't seen or heard of this movie before, but there are some really good movies who have, like, a really low tomato score.
Yeah, well, I mean, Google users said 30%, so it is really bad.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, if
I'm just
Google
so
users
good.
said
It might
it.
not be as bad as.
I'm gonna be mad if we don't know what number 1 is.
All right, so number 1, you guys ready?
Uh-huh.
All right, so number 1 is Batman and Robin.
Oh my
I was
god,
right.
yes. The bat nipples. Please tell me that's mentioned.
Okay, so worst movie.
That's the worst movie all time, though. That's sad.
Like, George
Um,
Clooney himself said it was a terrible movie, and that there's only so much an actor can do with a terrible script or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the Star Wars series. They had a bunch of, or the newest Star Wars trilogy. They had a bunch of really good actors, but the scripts just made it suck.
Mm-hmm.
Also, what they did with Bane in that movie was atrocious.
I forgot Bane was in that movie.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I
God,
did
it
too.
was so sad.
I know for a movie to introduce 3 villains that you don't see in many movies, it was a horrible movie.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it had good characters. I mean, Bane's an awesome character, Mr. Freeze is a great character, and Poison Ivy's an outstanding character. But you can't dumb Bane down. Like, he's
Wasn't Batgirl in
smart
that movie?
and tough.
So,
What?
so basically,
Batgirl in the movie?
Yes, Batgirl did show up. She was played by Elise Silverstone or something like that. And I hate how they made her Alfred's niece, because as far as I'm aware, I don't think that's the case in the comic books, because I know that she's Commissioner Gordon's daughter, but I don't recall Commissioner Gordon and Alfred being brothers.
Yeah, I don't think they
Isn't
were.
Commissioner Gordon and like Batman the same age? No way, Actually, I don't know. They could be. It just.
I think we should.
I mean, Alfred's British. Maybe he's related to her through her mom. Does anybody know if Barbara Keene is British?
No.
I think we should start wrapping up. We've been on
Yeah.
at this
Well,
for almost
actually,
2
hold on,
hours.
hold on.
Don't change.
Hold on. I got to talk about one more thing because I said I was going to talk about it earlier and we didn't get to. If you guys don't mind, it's just one more thing.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm enjoying this.
All right. So Dominic, I'm going to bring this back up because you mentioned Doom Annihilation earlier, and this is something I actually wanted to talk about because it
It was
been
trash.
showing up. I know.
Hold
It's
on.
been showing up
Hold
in
on.
my recommended recently. What?
You also got to talk about the other Doom movie.
Okay, so the original Doom movie. Okay, so you guys, most of you or all of you have probably played Doom before, right? You know what, or you at least know what Doom is.
I know what it is. Yes.
Okay, so they made a movie back in 2005, and it was with Dwayne Johnson, and it was
I did
decent.
know of that.
Huh?
I did know of that one.
Okay. It was decent. It was only about it wasn't as bad as Annihilation was, but I don't think there's much to say. They actually put like good effort into it.
We actually
I would
tried to
say.
make a decent video game adaptation of a movie, and
Mhm.
a good portion of video game adaptations are usually very poorly done.
Except for Sonic.
Yeah, that was
Okay,
actually
I
a
have
pretty
not
good one.
gotten to see Sonic yet, so let's not ruin
I
that
haven't
one
either.
for
I
me.
haven't either. I haven't either.
I'm the only
Okay,
one
I'm
who
going to.
has.
I think I'm gonna rent it tomorrow night to watch because it's like right across the street at the Red Box, and right now because of quarantine, all the movies at Red Box are like $2. Wait, you know what?
Nice.
I think they're $2 anyway, so never mind.
Oh.
No, they're usually like three something, but right now they're $2 for a Blu-ray, and that's just a little bit cheaper than usual. They also have Birds of Prey over there, and Birds of Prey was such a good movie.
Me and George went to see it with our other friend. Yeah,
Yeah,
No,
speaking
so
why is
weird.
Gavin not on here as a guest? He seems like he would know a lot about movies.
Ask Hannah. She's got something against.
Excuse
I
me?
had
We're not
I
getting
had,
into
yeah,
this.
had
We're
no.
not doing this. We're not doing this. Just
All right, we're not doing this.
Okay. All right. So,
It's supposed to be about
anyways,
Doom.
anyways, back to what I was saying. Okay, so original movie wasn't that bad, but the only problem with it is they tried to make it like Doom 3, like with a few things, and that was obviously the worst game. Okay, so I have a number of things that's wrong with Doom Annihilation. First of all, the main protagonist is a female.
Was
She's
that
not
never the
even
case
a
in the game?
Doom Slayer.
Yeah, she so she's not a Slayer. But every single game, the main protagonist is a guy who wants nothing more out of life than to kill.
Okay,
And
well, they did the same thing with the Resident Evil franchise with Alice.
Okay, but she was different. It's different. She made that movie enjoyable to watch.
And the only reason Alice was in the her actor was in the movies because her husband was directing it.
I know, and it's going to be the same way with the new movie that he's directing, which is also video game based. I don't know if any of you have played it. I have not. Has anybody here played Monster Hunter?
Yes.
Yes.
I haven't.
Okay,
Nope.
Mila Jovovich will be playing the main protagonist in the Monster Hunter movie, and it's directed by the same guy who made Resident Evil, and he is her husband, yes.
They're making a
I'm
Mortal
sh-
Kombat movie next year.
We spoke about that
Oh
while
my
you were
God.
gone.
Yeah.
Well, there's only two things that I remember about the Resident Evil movies that I just learned recently.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think it was either the second or third one. One of them was just a clone of the original Resident Evil 3 game. Except they replaced Jill with Alice.
Okay, so I want to say you're talking about the second one. It would have been Resident Evil Apocalypse because the third one was Extinction. They did not have Jill in that
Yeah.
one. They had Kmart, Claire, and a few others. Okay, so the way that it worked with Apocalypse, that is probably my least favorite of the Resident Evil movies. I will say that Nemesis was nicely included, but I do have to say I agree with you. Like, it was kind of just a revamp of the third game, and like Jill was in that movie. They could have made her the main character, and they chose not to. They targeted Alice instead, which I believe robs Jill of any credibility.
I think they should make a Borderlands movie.
That would be interesting in my eyes. But my question is, how should they followed it? Were they gonna have like?
Listen, if they made a Borderlands movie, they better get Handsome Jack, or I am not paying money for that. That's all I care.
I want my boy Mordecai to be
Nicolas
part of
Cage.
the movie, man.
Ooh, another question for you guys, Marvel related. Do you think Deadpool should join the Avengers?
No.
No.
See, I don't think he should because, I feel like if he were thrown in there, they would have to really, like, dull
Tone
the
him
character down for the sake of kids. And I don't want them to do that. I do, however, agree with the whole thing that he should take over Stan Lee's cameos.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he's a CG character anyway, so like they don't even have to throw Ryan Reynolds in there if they just have him CG in the background. It would be great to have Ryan Reynolds, still playing him, but if they couldn't, it's nothing to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. Like, he loves that character.
I know. I had heard a while ago, like
You've
a
seen
few
the
years
trash.
ago, that they were working on a Gambit movie, but like I never heard anything after that.
Oh,
Does
that'd been cool, dude. I actually
I
would have
love
wanted
Gambit. I
that.
learned how to throw cards for him.
You've seen X-Men Origins Wolverine. You know the original Ryan Reynolds Deadpool and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that abomination.
But the reason he was the character is because Deadpool's like his favorite. So yeah, he'll always.
Yeah.
It was a decent movie. I mean, Deadpool was kind of trash, but like.
I mean, it was a lot better than the Wolverine.
Including the Japan or whatever. That sucked. Including the Blob, Gambit, and young Cyclops. They were all. Yeah, that was all pretty good.
Well, alright. So back to the Resident Evil movies real quick. So, George, so I just looked it up in Afterlife. So you know how like they have to fight Wesker in one part of that?
Yeah.
Basically, they literally took an exact copy from RE5, just pasted it into the movie and had real life people do it.
RE5 was not the best game. Honestly, Resident Evil 4 is where it's at. I love the original. Biohazard was great. 6 was atrocious. 5 was. I mean, it had its ups and downs. I loved that it was co-op. Like it was one of. Wasn't it the first one where you could play 2-player? Resident Evil wise. I want to say it was. So I mean that was good. It was nice to be able to. 5.
I think it was Revelations was the first one where you could play co-op.
Oh yeah. Revelations 2 was better than the first one. Like, don't even at me. But I don't know if anybody here has played Resident Evil Outbreak. Those were great games. They had files 1 and 2. I feel like those should be remastered for newer consoles. Like, even if they don't do it for the PS4, I would like to see it available for the PS5. Like, those are so great, and I feel like they were ahead of their time.
There's one game that I just don't understand why people hate. Gaiden. Resident Evil Gaiden. I don't know why people... It was a Resident Evil game for the Game Boy Advance, I believe. And it was basically like a RPG.
Huh.
I like the fact that we were supposed to talk about movies and we just completely switched to freaking video games like Resident Evil.
Okay, so we should definitely have like a video game topic
We
one
will.
day.
We will.
Oh, definitely.
That should be like a very, very long episode. Or we could just have like a couple parts of it or something.
We could have like a whole Mario one. Love Mario.
Brother, with that
All
whole
right,
Mario movie coming out, we could just have that part of it too.
Yeah,
Ew,
yeah, we
how
can
about
do
that
that.
original Mario movie?
You mean like the best
Alright.
one? The one that was advertised in all the comics?
Yes, that one.
Yes.
I think we have to wrap up now.
Yeah.
Alright. Well,
Okay.
guys,
That's a can of worms for another day.
Long story short, Doom Annihilation is terrible.
oh,
Nope.
okay.
Just had to put that out there. Don't watch it.
Alright, it was great being your guys' guest. Whenever
Thank
you
you for joining us, George.
Oh, yeah, I'm happy to be back, like, whenever you'll have me. Have a good night, guys.
Of course. Have a good night, George. Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys all for watching. This was our movie episode. And I just want to say thank you to everyone who's part of our SquadCast here. And have a good night.
Peace out.
Hey,
Later.
night.